October 31st, Halloween, the night millions dress as witches and vampires, knock on doors for candy, and pretend a plastic skeleton in the yard is totally normal. But have you ever truly wondered where it all comes from? I don't just mean the name. I mean the feeling. That strange electric hum in the air that tells you this night is different. For the next 5 nights, I invite you to join me here by the fire for a special series. 5 nights of lore at the inn. And tonight, we begin at the beginning. This strange tradition began over 2,000 years ago, in a world lit only by fire and moon. It started with the Celts, who, by the way, did not go door to door asking for candy.
Trick or treat, ha 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 ha.
Around 500 BC, the Celts ruled the lands we now know as Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France. Guided by their druids, they marked the seasons by a calendar divided into 2 halves, the light and the dark. At the end of the light half and the beginning of the dark, the harvest was in, the cattle were brought down from the high pastures, and the community gathered to prepare for the long, cold winter. It was a time of death. The death of the crops, the death of the summer's warmth. So they threw a celebration called Samhain, which translates to summer's end. Yet this wasn't your typical party. Things were much, much darker than that.
Hello, Lady Druid. Ready for Samhain?
Oh yes, Mr. Domax. I've prepared the animal sacrifices and told the village that the spirits of the dead will be walking among us tonight.
Perfect. Did you bring the apples for the games?
Yes, and the cattle bones for the fire.
Why bones instead of firewood?
Bones are sacred, Domax. Besides, doesn't a bonfire just sound more intimidating?
I guess.
In a few centuries, people will call any large fire a bonfire in a strange language called English.
Wait, what the heck is English?
Oh, just the language that will colonize the world, leading to the downfall of many civilizations and traditions. Anyway, I also have the costumes. Skins and animal heads. Do you want one?
Yeah, sure. I think I'd better head home to sacrifice a goat or something.
The Celts believed that on Samhain, the veil between the living and the dead grew extremely thin. Spirits could cross over, the dead could return, and not all of them were friendly. Some spirits, like the Fae, were notoriously troublesome. These weren't the handsome, leather-clad high lords of modern fantasy. The Ease-She of Celtic lore could ruin crops, purse livestock, or simply terrorize you for their own amusement.
It's tickle time!
So the Celts developed ways to protect themselves, lighting huge, sacred bonfires to ward off evil spirits, leaving offerings of food and drink to appease the dead, and wearing masks and animal skins to confuse the spirits. If you looked like a dead animal, ghosts would ignore you. It was just common Celtic sense. Their druids also performed rituals and made prophecies, as this night was considered the most potent time to see the future. So Samhain was basically proto-Halloween. Fast forward to the 4th century AD. By then, the Roman Empire had conquered most of the Celtic lands, spreading Christianity across Europe. But the church ran into a problem. These pagan populations just kept celebrating their strange festivals with bonfires and spirits. The prevailing attitude soon became, if we can't stop it, we'll make it Christian.
Your Holiness, the Celts are still celebrating Samhain!
What exactly are they doing?
The usual, honoring the dead, wearing costumes, praying to their fake gods.
Interesting. What if we just celebrate a Christian holiday on the same day?
Brilliant, Your Holiness! But what should we call it?
All Hallows Day, Day of All Saints. We'll celebrate all the martyred saints to finally end this pagan madness.
And the night before?
All Hallows Eve, the Eve of All Saints.
All Hallows Eve, Halloween. Halloween! Clever, Your Holiness! I'm sure no one will notice. And if they do, well, we can always call them a heretic and hang them for treason.
Right you are, my boy. Right you are.
In 609 AD, Pope Boniface IV established All Saints' Day, but he set it on May 13th. It was Pope Gregory IV who, in 835 AD, strategically moved it to November 1st. It was a masterstroke, absorbing Samhain directly into the Christian calendar. If you can't beat pagan traditions, just claim they were yours all along. The celebration even became a 3-day event. You honor the famous saints on day 1, pray for your own relatives on day 2, and spend the night before trying not to get abducted by fairies. Something for everyone. The night before All Hallows Day, Hallow being an old word for saint, was known as All Hallows Eve. Over the centuries, that name was shortened and slurred together, likely after a few too many ales, until it became Halloween. People didn't stop their old habits. They just put a Christian spin on them. They still lit bonfires, but now to honor saints. They still left out food, but now for souls in purgatory. And they still wore costumes to ward off evil. So how did we get from praying for the souls of our ancestors to threatening strangers with toilet paper for a fun-sized chocolate bar? Well, that's a story for tomorrow, when we'll explore the forgotten history of trick-or-treating. Thank you for spending the first of our 5 nights with me. I'll keep the fire on for you, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.